Hello, this video is going to cover a couple different things here. Number one, it's going to cover how to get a bullet or some projectile to move towards the mouse when the left mouse button is pressed, and also to limit your firepower so that you can limit the shooting of your player or also an enemy, as you can see in this example here. So let me show you how this is done. Okay. So let's have a look at our player here. So let's look at the global left press. Now, if you I say I want to change this, I go in here and I go to mouse, and if I just use left and right pressed buttons or stuff like that, you have to press on on this object in order for it to register the mouse click. However, the global, oh, you guys can't see that because it's off the screen there. Let's come up the top here. So if you come down here to global mouse, that means if you click anywhere on the screen, well, in the room, it will register the mouse click where it is and become true. So you have to use global if you want to click anywhere on the screen, okay, for it to work. So I have a global left pressed. Now, I check here, this is a variable check. You see it has a certain shape, and it's found over here in the control, down here with our variables. You can set values of variables, you can test them, and you also can draw them on the screen if you want in a draw event. So here I'm testing. My variable name is CanShoot, and if CanShoot, a variable I made, is true, okay, if it's equal to true, then hey, then let's make my bullet at X and Y 0 relative to me. So the bullet gets created right on top of the player. Then what I do is I set this CanShoot to false. That means I can't shoot anymore. Then I set this thing called an alarm. An alarm, I set it for 30 steps. So in 30 steps from the point the alarm was set, it will go off. And in the event, see, this is alarm 0, the event that the alarm goes off, I set the variable CanShoot back to true, and I can shoot again. Cool, huh? So if I want to make my firepower a little faster, then I want my alarm to reset, let's say in 15 seconds. Well, 15 steps, which is half a second. So now that I changed it to 15, let's have a little look to see. I should have like about twice the fire rate now that I set it back to 15. So let's bring this up so you can see it. Yeah, and now they're every half a second. Or yeah, half a second I can shoot now. Now you notice the bullet is following where the mouse is pointing, the location of the mouse. I'm going to show you how I did that. Okay, let's go back to the player. So actually, let me finish this up first before I do that. So if I say here, if CanShoot's equal to true, if I haven't declared that variable yet, the computer won't know what it is. So like, CanShoot, what's that? So what I have to do is when the player is created, you set CanShoot to true. So now CanShoot is true, global left pressed. If CanShoot is true, it is, then I'm going to make a bullet, set it to false, set my timer or alarm. When my alarm goes off, then I set CanShoot back to true. Then I can shoot again. And all the alarms are found right here. I just drug it in right here and all that. Okay, so how do I get the bullet to follow the mouse? So here is the player bullet. When the player bullet is created, when it's created right next to the player, I'm going to tell it to move towards these built-in game variables. The game automatically keeps track of mouse X and Y position. So those variables are called mouse underscore x and mouse underscore y, and they're updated all the time as you move the mouse around. So when the bullet's created, it moves towards mouse x and mouse y. Awesome. Of course, when it's outside of the room, I want to destroy it too. And I just did the same with the enemy too. When the enemy is created, it sets can shoot to true. Now you notice that I use the same variable name. That's because these variables are on these objects and only can be seen within this object. Object enemy is like its own little container, an object, and these variables can't be seen by the outside world, just it. It's called object-oriented programming. So it creates that, and then I have this in a step event so that the bullet will continue to fire every step of the game. It checks to see if it's true, creates the bullet, sets the can shoot true just like the other one, sets an alarm back. That's like just like that. So I can have the enemy also doing the same thing. And so here's again what it looks like. It's kind of a handy thing. You can make a pretty simple game just by having a little jump to position movement. Whoa, it's a little fast, isn't it? And some bullets flying around. Of course, I have no collision events, so there's no damage, but still kind of fun to chuck yellow things around the room. All right, I'll stop. Okay, bye.